Good evening and welcome to episode number 77 of Tetrakey TV. My name's Rob Yates and I'm one of the founders of Tetrakey, and this evening I'm coming to you from the desert of South Africa. It's amazingly quiet here. If I could show you the stars, there's millions of stars above me, and I'm kind of stranded now. Don't worry about that, we're fine. We had a bit of an issue yesterday, which I'll tell you more about, and that stranded me in the middle of nowhere. In fact, we're nowhere near as in the middle of nowhere as I was yesterday. Yesterday I was 350 miles from the nearest town in the middle of a desert with a broken down 4x4. So we'll talk more about that in a minute. So here I am, middle of a desert. I've got a light I've managed to engineer above me, and with the wonders of modern technology, we can do Tetrakey TV this evening. So I hope your day's been amazing. I hope you get the opportunity to like and share these videos, and in particular I hope you can leave some comments about tonight's topic, about how you go about making the most of every experience. And so I want to share a bit with you about the experience that I had yesterday that could have been dramatically terrible and doom and gloom, and actually has turned out to be interesting and has offered all sorts of opportunities. So for my holiday this Easter with my wife and my little baby, we decided to go to the South African desert on the west coast, on the Atlantic coast, and we decided to go towards the Namibian border that's full of desert and mountains. We had a great first 7 days. On the way to our next campsite, whilst going through a huge desert, the suspension column gave way on the driver's front wheel and the vehicle lurched off-road. We were already off-road, but now we're going off gravel into the desert, and it went up on two wheels for a while and then came back down again and came to rest. And excuse me, I'm being eaten by ants. And yeah, there we are. My heart rate is up through the roof. My wife's very quiet, having screamed, and in the back my little daughter was giggling, thinking it was the best fairground ride ever. You then start taking stock of what's going on about you, and suddenly you realise where you are, and luckily with a bit of cunningness we've got some good mobile phone signal, and we managed to go and get help. Now help had to come from 350 miles away and took a long time to get to us, and I'm sat there in the vehicle thinking this could have been terrible. But this experience, what's it really given me? Well, I got to hang out with my wife and daughter in the middle of the most beautiful desert I've ever seen for 7 hours straight, just sat there in the peace and quiet, watching my little daughter have a whale of a time running around on the inside of the car and squealing and hanging out with her mum and dad. I got to chat to my wife, I got to read a book, I got to stop, and now I'm stuck somewhere that I never ever would have dreamed. I'm now in one of those places. The nearest town is one of those places that you normally would just drive through and never stop. And yet now here we are, stopped, waiting for the car to get fixed. It's going to take about 5 days to get the parts here and get it fixed. And today I've been wandering around that town doing some shopping, getting the car fixed, and the experiences that I've opened myself to, courtesy of this accident, I suppose. I've met some of the most generous and caring and nice people ever. We're stuck, and so somebody's taken pity on us and given us a car for 5 days, just no charge, just to use to get around. The mechanic today reduced my bill by about a third because he realised we were on holiday and didn't want us to have a bad holiday. Said he'd get one of his guys to work over the weekend to get the car fixed. We went to the bank today to go and get some money out, and the bank manager played with my little daughter. And I suppose so often we have negative experiences and we wallow in them, and I just wonder what your negative experiences are and have been recently, and how much have you wallowed in them, and how much have you really gone and found what the opportunities are in those. The opportunities to meet new people, to find out new perspectives on things, to see how much good there is in the world. And while now I could this evening be feeling a bit doom and gloom, I actually feel pretty chipper, pretty well, not awake, but pretty awake, and pretty full of life in terms of I get to spend 5 days in a place I never ever thought I would do. It's stunningly beautiful. There's millions of stars above me when I step away from turn the light off. And so, what is it you've experienced recently as something that could have been catastrophic or negative? And just tell me, how is it that you've sought the opportunity or found the positive in it? Through gratitude comes greatness, and your route to greatness is to be more grateful for all of the experiences you have, whether you deem them to be positive or negative. So please just let me know in the comments below. Hope you're having a good evening further, and I look forward to speaking to you over the next few days. I'm on holiday, so Mark's doing most of the Tetrakey TV at the moment, and I'll join you when I can. So let me know in the comments the answer to the question, and have a good evening further. Stay amazing.